TLC, but similar to them letters, no one could do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My cousin Ron told me an old two, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'm gonna do. Take y'all back to the youth with the crack and the big blue lack before the Jews and the 250,000 excellence. Let me tell you, fake alpha male dudes, what I do to protect this. Shoot at your alpha acting males like movie directors. Hey, Facebook ain't a movie, dog. Neither is real life. So, in other words, look, Twan don't lie. Everything you ever seen on my page or came through on the block was mine. I'm like Michael Jordan with bling on the dunk contest, but yet never claim to have wings on. Nigga, I get my by any means on. Whenever there's a drought or somebody make my heart pout, that's when I bring storms. And you can blame Twan, but I ain't invent this fucked up world lane. I'm just rolling dice trying to get some change. And I do it twice. Ain't no sense in me lying as if I'm a different man. And I could blame my mama, but ain't no reason why I keep buying expensive things. Well, if you do, then how can you explain? I'm 40 years old, still a 14-year-old dope boy vibe is in my veins. Oh, man, let's go, man. All right, good morning, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm not going to keep telling y'all this shit, man. Y'all going to make me pull up on some of y'all not liking my shit. I'm not talking about on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. I don't care about Facebook. I just make it on Facebook so I can put it on YouTube because YouTube don't let you make your videos as long as you like it. I don't know why. It just don't work. So the topic of today, all the good men and women are taken. This is what a lot of people say, but I know that's bullshit, man, because if all the good women and men are taken, then please explain to me all those men in y'all women's inbox that you know got a girlfriend. He's taken, right? Is he taken or is he not? He's taken, right? So why is he in your inbox? He's supposed to be a good man, right? What the hell are you doing in somebody else's inbox? Same thing with women. You don't see it as much, but still. If all the good women are taken, then why do men get cheated on and all this other shit, right? A lot of times, man, what it really boils down to is putting yourself out there. That's number one. A lot of people put themselves out there. They meet people at bars and wherever. You know what I'm saying? And then attraction. But if somebody don't know you even exist, how the fuck can they be attracted to you? Some people will say, I'm not bragging, but I have met women in my life that say, how the hell I never knew a guy like you exists? And I'm not lying, I'm not capping. And that's probably because she probably goes out a lot, right? And the guy she's running into, well, you already know why they out. They out trying to fuck. But what if I was to tell you that a lot of good men that actually want a woman and shit, what if that guy was busy, focused on improving himself, you know, going to work and shit like that? What if he didn't want to run the streets no more? What if he feels like running the streets is some 15-year-old shit that he used to do? What if he outgrown that? And then you, as the women, thinking, damn, there's no good men, where the hell they at? What if they was just busy doing shit that they are supposed to be doing as men? And that's why you can't find them. But the men that aren't, they're easy to run into because they're always out looking for women to sleep with. What if I told you that, and would you believe it was true? What if I told you all the good women are usually at home with their kids? Maybe she's studying, or maybe, just maybe, she feels like a lot of men don't measure up to who she is. Or what if a woman's single because a man beat her up or cheated on her or something like that, and now she doesn't want to be with somebody right now? Maybe she's hurt. A lot of good women who are single are hurt, and that's why they're single. And they don't have no intentions on just rushing to be with somebody. And then what if I told you a lot of the so-called bad women, or should I say women who have bad traits, are always in relationships because they can't stay alone. So they'll go from that guy to that guy to that guy. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying, what if that's the reason why they're always with a guy, and it's not because they are a great woman? Not necessarily because they're a bad woman, because they go from guy to guy to guy. But what if that's why they're not single? What if that's the main reason why? And then you have the good women who are willing to wait. See, a lot of guys talk this shit about, I don't want a woman that wants every man and all this and all that. But then when you come across a woman who is not so quick to fuck with you like that, or maybe she's single because she has standards, then you want to judge her. Oh, she's pretty. She must be crazy. How is she single? So they think because a woman look good that she is not allowed to be single. Like something's wrong with her or some shit. Maybe she has standards that men ain't met up to. What I tell y'all in videos all the time, self-improve yourself, right? So the so-called Chad and Tyrones get women that they can't get. And the only way you can do that is to self-improve above their level. Not just financially with money, thinking, behavior, and all that. They want to sleep around with a bunch of women? You don't do that. They want to play around and not show up for work all the time? You don't do that. They want to drink and get high and all that shit all the time? You don't do that. Everything they do, you do the opposite of. And you will attract women that they can't get, bottom line. Or you can be like them and attract women like them. And the same thing goes for y'all women. You want to attract men that the so-called bad bitches can't attract? Don't show your body like that. Make sure you show your body to a guy that actually deserves it. Why show your body to the whole fucking Facebook? Why? You're going to attract those same type of basic ass dudes. But you claim you want a guy that's on a whole nother level and he's different than the rest. Well, a guy that's on a whole nother level or different than the rest, don't just see a woman as an object. Yes, he wants to fuck, okay, we get it. Don't act like he don't, he's a man. But that's not all he's seeing a woman, so when he sees you show your body, it turns him off. He might even actually he might even actually sleep with you, I don't know. But it's still, he doesn't want to be with you, he's not going to take you serious. Because it actually turns him off, the fact that you are showing your shit to other guys. He wants to be the one and the only. He don't want you to show it to everybody. But they don't get that, man. They don't understand that the ways they are moving is the same ways that the other women are moving. Therefore, you're going to attract the same men that the other women attract. Don't you want men that these other so-called women can't attract? These lower tier women can't attract? Or do y'all want a man that everybody can have? I'm just asking, you know, because I don't know. I mean, y'all say one thing and then y'all do another. So you tell me. You say you don't want a man everybody can have, but then you only deal with men who are dealing with a bunch of women. How the fuck do you think they're dealing with a bunch of women? They put themselves out there. It's not like a whole bunch of women are just knocking down the door of a man like they do when it comes to a woman because they're trying to fuck a woman. It don't work that way. So women have to really analyze, like, how the hell has he got all these women around him? I'm not saying he wouldn't have some. Some women will come to you by default. You don't even got to go to them. But a whole bunch all the time, and he's always single, you got to ask yourself, how is that possible? Then you got to ask yourself, how does a man who's supposed to be on his purpose and about his shit even have time to have a lot of women? You don't have a lot of time to do that. I'm telling y'all right now, if you're a woman watching this shit, or even a man who can't figure out, does he want a bunch of women or does he want success? I'm telling both of y'all right now, ain't no way a man who is really on his shit ain't no way he has time to deal with a bunch of women. He just doesn't. It's impossible. Unless he already became some millionaire or something. And even then, he still got to keep that shit up. He still got to keep making money. So nah, it don't happen. So women need to start realizing that and looking for that in men. Men isolate themselves from all the bullshit. But that's not what they do, and neither do men. Y'all want the man you say you want the man that all these women, or you say you want a man that doesn't want a bunch of women. But then you don't want to deal with the man who isolates himself from a bunch of women. Make it make sense. There's a reason why that man's doing that. There's a reason. Trust me, man. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a man. I understand how men move. way more than a woman do, because they're not going to hide shit from me that they'll hide from you. That's what you're not understanding. Just like a woman is not going to, or just like a woman will hide shit from me that she won't hide from other women. But I'm smart enough to know and investigate and see how women really move. Not because I'm trying to be mean to women, but so I can pick the right woman. That's all. That's all that is. And I suggest y'all do the same shit. But either way, man, a lot of people are, if you have standards, you're not going to get somebody that easy. Like, some of y'all exes right now got somebody just like that. Because 9 times out of 10, they don't have standards, man. Because even if they did, even if they found that so-called right person that they're with now, they still would have took time. They would have not been moving in with them already and shit. Come on, man. Just imagine it. It doesn't matter if I meet a woman today that I like a whole lot. Ain't no way I'm just going to move in with her. Matter of fact, the reason why I wouldn't move in her, wouldn't move her in or move in with her right away is because I do like her a lot. I don't want to ruin it. So you got to ask yourself these things when you look at people, man. Being in a relationship does not define who a motherfucker is. I promise you that. Plus, you want the right relationship. A lot of people are just with somebody, you know, just because you got a lot of people still together, but they cheated on each other and all type of shit. But they still together because they can't do no better, or they think they can't do no better. Somebody just going, I'm going to stay with this motherfucker that cheats and all this because I think I can't do better. Or I'm scared to be alone. Shit like that. But good women and men are not scared to be alone, because one trait of being a good woman or man is being able to be alone. Why is that a good trait? Because that means you won't be desperate and you don't just settle for anybody. You actually will pick with your standards. Plus, it shows that you have the ability to take care of yourself as an adult. And you're probably working on yourself. That's why it probably doesn't bother you as much to be alone. When I say alone, I mean without somebody. Don't get it twisted, though. Some people are single because they are bad. You know, I'm not going to lie and cap to y'all like it don't exist. It does exist. Some people want to be single because they want to fuck everybody. You know what I mean? Or they're just not good lovers, man. They don't reciprocate, shit like that. But to say that all people who are in relationships are good and all people who are single are bad, in other words, all good women and men are tooken, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not true, man. To a certain extent, it could be true. But you got a lot of bad women and men who are taken. They're in relationships just like the good ones. Don't be deceived out here, man. And don't judge people because of that. I would never judge a woman like, she's pretty, but she's single. I wonder what's wrong with her. I get it why people think that way. Or like, why is he still single? This and that. Sometimes it's standards, man. I have standards. I know that. And my standards are not impossible to meet. I just have standards. That's what it is. I'm not going to just be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And you should have standards too. But make sure your standards are realistic, not fucking some type of fairy tale shit that doesn't exist. You know, motherfuckers out here looking for men and women that don't even exist. For real. They be looking for motherfuckers with no flaws at all. That shit don't exist, man. People have flaws. I don't give a fuck who you are. Remember what I say in that one video about the 80%, 20%. 80% is perfect. So for any woman who might think maybe that guy or maybe I came across as, you know, my standards are too high or something like that. Nah, 80% to me is a perfect woman. That means a woman doesn't got to be perfect, right? Because there is no perfect woman. There is no perfect man. There might be somebody perfect for you, but they're still not perfect. And I don't think people get that. They get the part of somebody out there is perfect for me, but they forget the part that just because they are perfect for you doesn't mean they don't come with flaws. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't believe me, look around. Look around at people in relationships and you tell me, is it always true that the good ones are always taken? It's definitely not always true. A lot of people, like I said, man, they should have been broke up. If you go by the book of, okay, this person cheated, this relationship should be over. You know how many relationships would be single right now? A whole lot. But they're not single because they don't want to be alone, or they got kids together, or some dumb shit like that. So that's just what it is, people. Never let these people make you feel that way, man, but they'll try. And the ones that judge you for that, they're not good women and men anyway, if you think about it, because they don't have good judge of character. That's another characteristic that comes with being a good woman or man. If you assume that somebody's single, but somebody is single because they're bad, then that shows that you have poor characteristics. Or some people will say that since I'm in a relationship, I know more about relationships than this one or that one, and that makes me a good person or a good lover simply because I'm in a relationship. So in other words, to break it down for y'all, I could go get married right now today if I wanted to somebody, I'm sure. I'm pretty damn sure about that. I am almost positive, right? So does that make me a husband just because I got married? What changed? From me right now today and say in 8 hours from now I go get married. What changed? Am I still the same person? A lot of your so-called exes that got with somebody quickly, what changed? Nothing. They're still the same person. Did they take time out to analyze how to become a better person and analyze relationships? Or did they just jump in another one? More than likely, they probably jumped in another one. So therefore, they're the same. They didn't take time to change. They the same, y'all. But I want y'all to have a good day, of course. And it seems like everything is kind of backwards in this world, man. Just like the other day, when I say that everybody's been cheated on, you got people saying that that's not true. Come on, man. You trying to tell me everybody hasn't been cheated on once? Then you got people saying I need help because I say that I'd rather be celibate than to deal with people cheating and shit. How backwards is that, man? I would rather be celibate than to deal with somebody cheating and shit. That's facts. The fuck I want to deal with that shit for? Matter of fact, you could say fuck celibate. I'd rather be alone than to be in a wrong relationship. And I get it. It's better. I always tell y'all, it's better to be with somebody. Damn, that cat's big as fuck. I feel like it's better to be with somebody than to be alone, but it has to be the right person. It can't be a bad relationship, because I'd rather be alone than to be in a bad relationship. But if we just talking, what's better? Is it better to be single or to be with somebody? Of course, it's better to share life with somebody and experience life with them. But not if they the wrong person. Not if they cheating on you, lying, or they really want this guy, but they settle for you and all that other bullshit. Or if you're a woman, he really don't want you. He really wants this one or that one. All that bullshit. That's not better than being alone. Because at some point, you're going to get used to being alone, and then the whole world is yours. The opportunity is yours. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about somebody hurting you and all this lying and deceiving. Matter of fact, some of y'all might even get pregnant by the motherfucker that's lying and deceiving, or get pregnant the motherfucker that's lying and deceiving. Now you really got a problem. You see what I'm saying? The shit goes on and on, but whatever, man. Y'all figure it out for yourselves, man. All I know is being alone ain't the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? Because I know it from experience that being with somebody is actually better. Even if when I was with somebody, a lot of that could have been lies or deceit, making you feel like you had something real, but you might not have. Even if that's the case, it still was better than being alone. Not saying that being in that wrong relationship was better, but I mean like the experience of thinking that you had somebody that cared about you, you cared about them, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that. But it's got to be the right person, people. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? A lot of that is going to take probably you being single. And that person that you pick probably going to have to be single. Imagine you picking somebody. If we go by the logic that all good people are taken, then I guess that means you got to take somebody from somebody, right? Because the only way you would get a good woman or man, according to y'all logic, is to get one from somebody else, because all good women and men are taken. How stupid does that sound to y'all? So what about the people who actually got good women and men and they're together? Did they take them from somebody? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they went and took them from somebody. Because if they did, more than likely, when you do that, that person cheats on you too. Let's keep it real. I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck about people saying people don't leave good women and men. That's a lie. Because people can have a good woman and man and say, oh, they ain't going nowhere, I'll cheat. See, people don't know what happens in relationships and why people leave. All they do is assume shit. You know what I mean? They really believe that if a woman or man is good, why would a person leave? People ask the person, like, why the fuck did they leave you? They're stupid. Or you, I know y'all, some of y'all good women or men have had somebody tell you that. Why did they leave you? You seem like a good person. Because sometimes people don't know what they got. Or that 80% is not enough. I need that 20% too. Or they'll throw away that whole 80. They know they got the 80. Like, they know exactly what they got. Fucking sweat. But they'll still say, I just need that 20. And they'll throw that whole 80 away. Because they're not really good people. They're not really good women and men. They don't appreciate what the fuck they got. So it's very possible for somebody to leave a good person. Happens all the time. And if I was looking for a perfect 100% woman, then I would be the one leaving that great woman. That 80% woman that I told y'all about that's perfect earlier. Remember that? I would leave that woman if I didn't have no understanding of this. You know what I mean? I'd be dumb and just leave. Because I would feel, well, there's a perfect woman out there, so this one ain't it. She ain't good enough. Let me leave her. And people do this shit all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? But society wants y'all to believe that this relationship shit or this marriage shit catapults people to better lovers, and it's not true. It's just simply not true. Because if the opportunity presents itself and I'm ready for it, I'm gonna prove to the world that this is why I stay single that long. Because I don't want to just pick somebody and go, why go through all that bullshit again just to say I'm with somebody or to make an ex jealous or something. This is what people do too, trying to make their ex jealous and shit. Man, fuck all that. It might look like you winning or something, and it might look like I'm losing, but we're gonna see, because this is a marathon, not a race. So yeah, I already know, like, if I break up with a woman, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna have another guy before I have another girl. I know that, and I'm cool with that. You're not gonna catch me. Let me get with a girl real quick, so she doesn't think that something's wrong with me or it was me and all this bullshit. I ain't worried about none of that. Life will sort out all that shit. Life will sort out all that shit. Work is going great. Somebody just asked me how work is going. It's going great. Very great, actually. But if I don't get off this video, I'm going to fall behind, and then it's going to be a problem. So therefore, I'm about to get off this video and let y'all go. But yeah, man. Don't rush, man. Because you want to get this shit right, y'all. You want to get this shit right. You don't want to just rush and be with somebody because the world thinks that all good people are, they want to say that you're not a good woman because you're single. I know why I'm single. I ain't gonna get into it. You know what I mean? It's too much to get into, but I know why. You know what I mean? For the most part, I know why. But as far as a godly part, like, why ain't I, you know what I mean? Maybe you, but like, same thing with you, like, why ain't I found somebody yet? Like, some things you can't control, but for the most part, you probably have a good understanding why you're single if you're a good person. Because you sat back and analyzed a lot of shit. And you try to change yourself and make yourself become better. People who are never single and always in another relationship, they don't try to change themselves. They try to change the person that they with. Oh, this one wasn't good enough. Let me switch to this one. Maybe part of them not being good enough was the reason why the person they was with was not good enough. They don't see that part, though. You know what I mean? They don't take time to reflect on themselves or even a relationship in general. Because it's not just being two good people. You still got to have an understanding of a relationship, or being two good people might not work. You can have two good ass basketball players on the team, but if we don't understand how to make the shit work, it don't matter. We can have the talent, but do we know how to use the talent? So that's how it is with relationships. You can have two good people, but if you don't understand relationships, you know what I'm saying, you haven't been trying to learn about relationships, then you're probably going to fail because you're not going to understand how to handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say, man. Let these people think what they want. And as far as a man, and I gotta say this real quick. You know, women are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are the gatekeepers of relationships. So, for me, that would be like me saying, well, a woman, if she's celibate, it's because nobody wants to sleep with her. And then, I get why a lot of women think something's wrong with this guy because he's single. Because they understand that they're not the gatekeepers of relationships. They do have the choice to say if they're going to be in a relationship with somebody, yes. But they understand that men actually choose if they're going to commit to a woman or not. So that's why women think, well, nobody wanted to commit to him. But you got to remember, he's the man. He's really the gatekeeper to the relationship. So maybe he's choosing to be single. Some are choosing to be single to be whores, and some men are choosing to be single because they have standards. There's two things going on. It's either man want to be a fucking bachelor whore, or he's looking for a wife and he has standards. That's why he's single. More than like, or he's just he's not good for relationships. You can have that going on too. But let's hypothetically say that he's not a bad guy, right? Well, if he was a bad guy, then he's probably going to try to be a bachelor, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest with y'all. But yes, we are the gatekeepers of relationships. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. So women have to have that understanding, and men have to have that understanding too when it comes to women. But at the same time, women still, women kind of still choose, like, if a relationship's going to happen. If you think about it, all a man really could do is offer, for real. So it's a kind of confusing topic, but one thing's for sure. Relationship status don't determine who you are as a lover. That is facts, man. As long as you are letting God deal with you as a person, then who cares what the people think? Maybe God don't want you yet to be with somebody yet. Who knows what God's brewing up? That's the good thing about God, man. I don't worry about people thinking. That's the good thing about faith in God. And when that shit happens, because you had faith, it's going to be a better sight than you thought. You know what I mean? The picture you painting ain't even nothing compared to if you stick with what God is trying to do for your life, it ain't going to be nothing compared to that. You can't even imagine it, man. You can't fathom it. Like, damn, I can't believe this shit. I only wanted this much, but God gave me this much. And that's just how it is in life in general. Not just women and men, but in life, man. With God, I'm telling you, man, abundance. Abundance, man. But the devil, he counterfeits you with that abundance. He make you think you getting abundance, but in the end, you getting a big old goose egg, man. So stick with God. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what people think about you. Worry about what God think about you, right? And don't worry about why, or don't be looking at other women like, oh, well, she's married and this and that, and something's wrong with me. That ain't always the case. Some men will marry women just because she look good. And that's facts. You know what I mean? That is fucking facts. And then, yeah, she's not even wife material. She just look good or something. Or who knows why a man might marry a woman. It really depends on the man in that case. Like if a woman's married, he had to marry her, right? Some men ain't even known a woman 6 months and will marry her. Just because he feels, I'm scared. I better marry somebody real quick. Had nothing to do with her earning nothing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And then some of y'all might just pick the wrong dude. He could have cheated on you, beat you or something. So now you single. And the other woman, maybe she lucked up and picked the right dude. She liked the right guy. Sometimes women like the right guy and sometimes women like the wrong one. It's kind of a luck if you think about it. Because if you like the wrong guy, if you're attracted to the wrong guy, well, you're going to get the wrong results. But if you're a woman that happens to like the right guy, that ain't going to do you wrong, then you kind of got luck in a way. Because you like the guy for one, right? You really can't control how much you like somebody for the most part. So, I'm out of here, man. But everything that glitter ain't gold. Especially when it comes to these relationships. One thing I know for sure, no relationship is perfect. I'm not saying that people ain't out here happy. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that it ain't fucking, as perfect as fucking movies and shit be making it. Nah, there's some flaws in relationships. And you got to accept them. That's part of being a great lover. Being able to accept the fact that everything ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.